Hi, my name is Isuru Aberathne and I majored in visual communication. I picked up design because I was always interested in creativity and sketching and arts and crafts when I was younger. I used to draw quite a lot and I really loved arts. But then as I was growing up, as I kept getting older, I kind of lost the passion for creativity and moved more towards the business side of things, such as marketing and anything related to consumers. So that's when I realized visual communication is a mix of both design and also business. And I also felt like I was quite intrigued and curious about how visual communication meets both needs, which is a creative side and also a marketing perspective. That is why I decided to major in visual communication specifically. For my final major project, the problem I decided to go with was, as I was looking for different problems with social issues within Sri Lanka, I realized that I wasn't very well versed when it comes to men's cancer. So I looked more into it and I realized soon after researching that oral cancer is the highest mortality causing cancer in Sri Lanka amongst men. So I wanted to further dig up on that and see as to what are the causes and the reasons as to why men suffer cancer specifically in Sri Lanka and as to why it's in very high numbers. That is why I came across causes such as smoking and betel quid chewing. I realized betel quid chewing is a very socially engraved thing within South Asian culture, specifically Sri Lanka. It is something that's quite normal within our society, but it doesn't have the same stigma as smoking does, as smoking has different rules and regulations set by the government and authorities. But when it comes to betel quid chewing, anyone can buy betel quid, even kids can buy, and there's no proper regulation as to acquiring betel quid, and there's no rules or there's no policing of betel quid chewing. And that is when I further dug into the root causes and as to why they pick up betel quid chewing. And I realized that betel quid chewing is cheaper to afford and it's more accessible compared to cigarettes. So that comes down to target group. So when it comes to the target group and where the environment and the places they're born in and the type of work they do, betel quid specifically is much more affordable than cigarettes. So that is why it's more rampant within the urban slums of Colombo. And then I checked into why, when did they start and how did they get into the habit of chewing betel quid. So through research, I realized that it starts when they're teenagers, within the age of 13 to 18. They try betel quid because their family members are already chewing it, or it's more easy to buy, it's affordable, their friends are having it, and obviously it comes down to peer pressure, it comes down to experience, it comes down to not being left out within a friend group. That is why a lot of boys get into betel quid chewing at a very early age within the urban slums of Colombo. So why do they chew betel quid? They chew betel quid because they want to be part of their friend groups and they give into peer pressure, or they want to feel cool because they're teenagers and they want to be part of their friends or part of something other than themselves. They also chew because it gives a sense of high, a euphoric feeling. It is as addictive as cigarettes. So the solution for my FMP was to figure out a way where I can find an alternative to replace the habit of chewing betel for teenage boys. That was my primary target group. I had to find something as enjoyable, as addictive, as habitual, and as intriguing for young boys. So that is when I, through research, realized my insight, which is boys find spitting fun. Within South Asian countries, it is considered masculine to be spitting. There's a sense of macho-ness or being manly when you spit, or so they believe. So that is when I realized, okay, why not use chewing gum, which is already a proven method to curb addiction when it comes to cigarettes, as it is quite effective. Why not use chewing gum to curb the same habit of chewing betel quid? So that is when I thought of the idea of why not make chewing gum betel flavored and also encourage boys to spit rather than not spit. So it does mimic the same euphoric feeling, the habits of chewing betel quid on its own. So the whole strategy of the solution for my FMP was a brand that is called Thu, which is more relatable to the urban slums of Colombo, the boys within the urban slums. The brand is called Thu, and to make a chewing gum brand, so beetle flavored chewing gum that reinforces the idea of spitting, so that it mimics the feeling that you get when you chew betel quid as well. So the chewing gum is betel flavored. It also is kind of colored. So it does mimic the feeling that boys get when you spit betel quid. But unlike betel quid, it does not stain walls or roads. So it's more environmentally friendly. And also, again, the idea of reinforcing spitting, because mostly teenage boys don't listen to what they're told. When you tell them how to do something, they do the exact opposite of it. So why not encourage them to spit more, which will make them more intrigued on trying the chewing gum instead of betel quid itself. For future aspirations, I would like to try advertising, not only design, but also I like to try client servicing in the many different aspects within an agency, so that I can try and experience and figure out exactly what I'm good at or what I'm more interested in, and like to take it up from there. Thank you.